Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. All the credit is going to Kody Brown. The Sister Wives star claims that Robyn, Christine, Mary, Janelle, and himself did not all purchase Coyotee Pass equally. In 2018, the Browns purchased their 4 plots in Flagstaff, Arizona. They planned to construct individual homes for Kody's ex-wives. According to their plans, Kody would divide his time between Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, each of whom would have their own house. However, the Browns' dream of owning 14 acres of land was dashed by multiple divorces, and they are now dispersed throughout the nation. Mary and Janelle talked about their plans for their property parcels in a video conversation during Sunday's Sister Wives episode, Behold, I Come Like a Thief. Mary and Janelle's assertions that everyone paid the same price for Coyotee Pass are denied by Kody. In order to prevent being defrauded of any money, Janelle advised Mary to employ a lawyer via a virtual conversation, which she did. Coyotee Pass was bought using the family account, as Janelle revealed. In agreement, Mary said, "We all paid for it equally." But Kody had a different version. He said at a confessional that we didn't pay for Coyotee Pass all equally. At least 92% of the entire lot was paid for by me alone. We all contributed to the rest of the property, Kody continued. Mary disclosed that she was not involved in the process and acknowledged that she had no idea why the transaction was set up the way it was. Kody was also annoyed because Mary was raising doubts about the procedure and inquiring as to why his name appeared on all 4 packages. Janelle has doubts about Kody's covert activities. In a later video conference, Janelle acknowledged that she has had suspicions that Kody is doing something that she and Mary shouldn't be aware of. She claimed that Kody has either been gung-ho about the discussion or has completely ignored her when they have talked about selling the home or buying Janelle out. Janelle was left wondering who her ex-husband was after all of Kody's back and forth. She admitted, "I don't know who this guy is." Theoretically, Kody could do whatever he wanted with his and Robyn's portion of the land, Janelle added. He could do it, but it would be really mean, she continued. Kody claims that he is not the servant of Mary and Janelle. When Mary or Janelle are capable, Kody believes he shouldn't have to perform the footwork for them. Kody acknowledged that he wouldn't rush things and made it clear that he doesn't have to take care of Mary and Janelle. He wants things done his way and at his own speed. "This is something I'm working on," Kody admitted. "I'm not in a hurry, but I'm not your servant to control." Kody then used his on-air confessional to send a message to Mary and Janelle. He declared, "Ladies, you want me to do something for you that you could do the footwork on, and I'm not that interested in doing it. Selling Coyotee Pass would be painful," according to Kody. Kody, Robyn, and their children, Brianna, Aurora, Solomon, and Ariella, had a hot dog barbecue on their Coyotee Pass property at the end of the episode. Kody acknowledged that times like these make him realize how difficult it would be to give up their farm and referred to their time together as precious. As he contemplated selling the land, Kody broke down in tears and acknowledged that it would be a painful choice. Kody Brown, the patriarch of Sister Wives, has been candid about his decision to parent his children later in life, sacrificing the chance to spend time with his older children. He has made it apparent that his children will never see him as the father he believes him to be. One of the most intriguing developments from Sister Wives Season 19 has been a fresh perspective on Kody's thoughts regarding his relationships with his children. Instead of being honest about his mistakes, Kody is attempting to portray himself as the hero. Kody seems to believe it's a joke that he's rushing into his later years as a dad, acknowledging that he's been more of a parent to his younger children than he ever was to his older ones. Kody doesn't appear to realize that his transformation has damaged his older children, as he is constantly chuckling about how the younger of the Brown family's 18 children is getting a whole new version of him. It's evident from Kody's actions that he doesn't give a damn about how he looks to his older children. He will fail because he cannot apologize to them. Kody has been candid about how having so many kids and the amount of parenting they required overwhelmed him in his younger years. It was difficult to have children with Janelle and Christine, and as a result, he found himself missing more time. Kody has acknowledged that he has been overwhelmed in the past, but he hasn't shown regret for damaging his ties with his children in their early years. When Robyn joined the family, it was evident that Kody adopted a new parenting style, even though he was aware that he was not as good of a parent to his older children. Kody didn't know how hurtful his remarks may be when he revealed that he thought he had a second chance at fatherhood with his youngest two children, both of whom were Robyn's. Kody's second chance isn't really a second chance. Rather, it's an admission that he had the opportunity to have been a courteous, receptive parent to his elder children the entire time but decided against it out of self-interest. It's been evident during Sister Wives Season 19 that Kody doesn't get along well with the majority of his older kids. Most of them decide not to interact with a family patriarch. However, some, like Michael T. Padrone, deal with Kody's behavior on a regular basis. Since Kody doesn't fully comprehend the reasons for his children's decision to avoid him, his feelings toward them have been severe. Instead of reflecting on himself, Kody disregards the thoughts of his older children and thinks they are the result of his ex-partners disparaging him in front of his kids. When all is said and done, Kody feels that his children should love him without conditions. Regretfully, Kody has no right to the affection of his elder children or the feelings that may result from it. Kody must realize that the love he believes his older children should have for him is conditional and doesn't exist after he has shown them very little love, care, or attention. The Sister Wives patriarch believes that love is owed to Kody, even though he would have earned it from his elder children if he had showed them affection. The return of Kody Brown's original COVID regulations has infuriated Sister Wives followers. The plural family was unstable in Flagstaff during this terrible period. The arrangement was further complicated by the fact that the four spouses lived far apart. It was the final nail in the coffin for the Browns, according to some. What, then, has supporters furious about his strict pandemic protocols? For further information, continue reading. The original COVID rules of Kody Brown reappear. The OG3 shared a single residence in the ideal arrangement when Sister Wives debuted in 2010. It made it possible for their children to interact flawlessly and for them to function as a family. Also, before Robyn Brown appeared, Kody Brown could rotate without any problems, but she lived 5 hours away. She never experienced the one-home lifestyle, even though they brought her closer to the Browns. After that, they moved to Las Vegas and eventually settled in a cul-de-sac. The fact that the spouses and Kody were adjacent to each other but still had independence and space was fantastic for them. Kody's rotation was nearly as simple as it was when he had a single house, an additional wife, and more kids. However, the children were free to move around and engage with one another, which is the essence of plural families. They then relocated once more in 2018, this time to Flagstaff. They intended to construct residences on the Coyotee Pass property they had bought. Each woman had to purchase a property or arrange a rental until that time. They all lived far apart, which made things difficult, particularly when COVID struck in 2020. In order to continue alternating between 3 residences, Kody Brown developed a lengthy set of pandemic protocols. He stopped coming around because he didn't think Janelle Brown, Christine Brown-Woolley, or their kids followed his instructions. Fans are upset by the rules, which have now reappeared due to a Reddit discussion. Mostly because it appeared that he did not even live out his teachings. Observing the CDC, Christine Brown-Woolley and Janelle Brown insisted they were adhering to the CDC's recommendations. Neither they nor their children were acting inappropriately or dangerously. Therefore, Kody Brown's reference was untrue. However, some Sister Wives viewers drew attention to the ways that Robyn Brown and Kody Brown violated their own guidelines and made blunders throughout the pandemic. During COVID, weren't there pictures of Robyn and Kody dining out at the mall? Additionally, Robyn received a speeding ticket at the moment, and the officer's body cam footage was obtained by an influencer. Nobody was wearing masks, and Robyn did nothing to dissuade Ari from getting in the cop's face. Thus, she spent that time running around and shopping. I also don't think the nanny gave them COVID. Some were simply astounded by the extremes. Social separation of 10 feet? What an exaggerated response. Whoa. What a fucking dog kicker. Since wiping down paper seems so impractical, I really like number 13. At least, have they never heard of Lysol? I would take great pleasure in nefarious adherence to these ill-chosen regulations if I were in the OG3. Lastly, it was mentioned that although it was reasonable for everyone to remove their shoes, Kody refused to go with Isabel to her scoliosis surgery. He didn't even wish for her to possess it. The Brown family ended when he went to perform a wedding, demonstrating his entire double standard. How do you feel about the Brown pandemic protocols? Did Kody treat the family too harshly? Tell us and tune in to TLC's Sister Wives Sundays. Kody Brown and Christine Brown-Woolley are now at odds over child support, as many Sister Wives viewers are aware. Viewers are certain that Kody Brown must be furious about the issue, even though the reality show hasn't caught up to current affairs yet. One viewer even went back and watched an earlier video of the family patriarch first criticizing the concept of child support. What had he said exactly? Sister Wives viewers object to Kody Brown's tirade. All of Kody Brown's children were legal adults when he permanently split from Mary and Janelle Brown. With them, child support was never a concern. However, things get a bit murkier since Christine and Kody have a teenage Truly. Furthermore, it appears that Kody views having to pay child support as being like a wife draining him. Do you feel that child support is taking advantage of you? This man is crazy. A Sister Wives fan uploaded a video of Kody tirading about the idea to a Reddit thread. In a confessional, the reality star bemoaned, "No, she constantly considers letting me down. Janelle would pursue me if she could regarding child support, alimony, or anything else." Yes, exactly. How can I K him, she asks. He mimicked his second wife's hand rub and sly giggle as he concluded the video. Viewers respond to Kody Brown's strange outburst. It was quickly acknowledged by other Sister Wives watchers that Kody Brown was not like any other parent they had ever seen on reality television. For a number of seasons, he has made it apparent that he does not place equal value on each of his children. It should therefore not be shocking if he does not wish to provide for all of his children financially. Redditors posted, "He is crazy. I mean, who doesn't feel accountable or compelled to their own children? What did he do? She was the one who worked. Engage in gun trading? In essence, he was a kept guy. I can see the narcissism on his face, and he is so fucking gross. You would think he would have empathy after losing a kid with her, but he has none. So disgusting. A lot of project? He is upset that 3 of his wives left him. They also took their earnings with them. He is currently stuck with a woman who just enjoys playing the victim or weeping. I suspect that home is no longer a paradise. The typical FLDS guy reserves his thrones in heaven by pumping as much seed into as many women as he can. Has no real accountability for his offspring after they become disconnected. What are your thoughts on this clip? Do you share the opinions of other Redditors on Kody Brown? Contribute your own ideas and opinions to the discussion below. Christine Brown-Woolley, star of Sister Wives, is a new person with goals and dreams. She has been concentrating on herself ever since she and Kody got divorced. In Moab, Utah, she bought a house and turned it into an Airbnb. The fans were eager to find out when the house will be occupied. Finally, the moment has here. However, what is the nightly rate for the Airbnb? This is the question that all fans have, and we now know the answer. Christine has always had David Woolley's back. All of Airbnb's choices, including the pricing, were made by her alone. According to earlier rumors, the cost would be approximately $931 per night plus an additional $151 Airbnb fee and a cleaning fee of $140. However, the figures are inaccurate. This would have resulted in an approximate cost of $1,222 per night at the Airbnb, excluding taxes. The real sum is significantly lower, though. Christine Brown, a sister wife, says it was hectic to change her name after marrying David Woolley. The first person to move on from Kody was Christine Brown, star of Sister Wives. Shortly after their breakup, she got married to David Woolley and began a new life. Since then, she has clearly been happier. Her choice to wed David is also supported by her 6 children. Christine had trouble changing her name on paperwork after entering this new stage of her life. Recently, Christine and Janelle Brown, the wife of her fellow sister, were featured on a podcast. She then revealed that it had been difficult to change names, particularly given that she is 55 years old. She still has paperwork under her previous name, and the documentation procedure takes an eternity. Sister Wives. The rates and features of Christine Brown Woolley's Airbnb per night are out. Christine Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been Kody's ideal wife for years, but he never appreciated her. He chose to ignore her instead. She made the decision to become independent after the breakup. To obtain a license, she and Janelle even attended a real estate school. But for her, this became tiresome. After that, she converted a house in Utah into an Airbnb. After months of construction, the Moab home is now complete. The pricing are out, and it is almost posted on Airbnb. Seasons and weekdays affect Airbnb's rates, as everyone knows. Renters at Christine's house in Moab will typically pay about $140. Renters must remain for at least 2 days. Children can play in a separate area and are not charged extra. However, there is an additional $140 for cleaning and a $59 Airbnb charge. Pets are not permitted in these facilities or under this rate schedule. Christine's house is a great spot to unwind and retreat. It features 2.5 baths and 3 roomy bedrooms. It contains a 2.5 bathroom area as well. The house may comfortably accommodate 8 visitors. It also features a hot tub and pool with all the necessary facilities. The couple has chosen to turn the $676,000 they spent on the Moab house into a company. On weekends, though, the rate chart is different. The rate increases to $389 each night for a 2-day total of approximately $1,100 plus taxes. To learn more about Christine and her latest Airbnb updates, keep checking TV season and spoilers. According to Sister Wives teasers, Kody Brown and Robyn Brown may have recently had a terrible argument. Regarding the land in Coyotee Pass, Kody has been questioned by his ex-wives Mary and Janelle Brown. There hasn't been any kind of conclusion yet, and fans might finally get the news they've been waiting for in the most recent episode. Let's examine what to anticipate in more detail. Spoilers for Sister Wives. The Coyotee Pass problem. There has always been conflict over the land in Coyotee Pass. Although Kody had promised to build buildings on the site, nothing ever came of his plans, and the women were constantly interested in what he had in store for them. Kody and Christine Brown made an agreement to leave the property. But that hasn't been the case for the other 2 ex-partners. In the most recent Sister Wives episode, Mary and Janelle came to the conclusion that they needed to work out a plan to stop owning the farm. As long as Kody is exempt from repaying them for the land, they believe he doesn't give a damn about who he hurts. Spoilers for Sister Wives. Robyn and Kody Brown's major argument. It seemed that Robyn and Kody couldn't agree on the acreage at Coyotee Pass during Sister Wives. Kody believes that he is being pressured by the other women to acquire them outright. Robyn acknowledged that she liked the land at Coyotee Pass and would never want to get rid of it, while Kody said that they were not in sync when they walked out to the land. Kody apologized to her for bringing up the subject of selling the property, saying he had no idea it would be such a depressing one for them to discuss. "I just see the vision that I've always imagined, all of the space and the houses," Robyn said to the cameras, comparing the land to witnessing the pain of their fractured family. Even if Robyn and Kody are still at odds over selling the land, what will they do? We'll be watching the upcoming Sister Wives show to see what kind of deal they reach. The shocking breakdown of Kody and Mary Brown's marriage, 32 years of struggle and heartache exposed. The explosive and heart-wrenching story of Kody and Mary Brown's marriage is about to unravel in ways you never expected. What has led to this bitter breakup after 32 years? Fans of Sister Wives have been watching the cracks form for years, but the truth behind Kody's shocking admission will leave you speechless. Was Mary ever truly loved by Kody? Or was she just a casualty in a family torn apart by polygamy and betrayal? Read on to discover the secrets Kody never wanted you to know, and why Mary's decision to walk away might be the bravest thing she's ever done. Sister Wives spoilers. Kody Brown's bitter regret. It sucks to marry the wrong person. The Sister Wives universe has been rocked by Kody Brown's stunning confession. He regrets marrying Mary Brown. In a moment of brutal honesty, Kody admitted that marrying Meri was one of his biggest mistakes, claiming, "It sucks to marry the wrong person." This jaw-dropping statement has sent shockwaves through the fanbase as viewers try to process the raw emotion behind Kody's words. But what led to Kody's regret after 32 years of marriage to Meri? How did their once promising relationship spiral into a deep well of bitterness and heartache? Fans have watched the tension build for years, but it wasn't until season 18 of Sister Wives that Meri finally made the decision to walk away for good. Meri, who has been with Kody since she was just 19, more than half of her life, questioned why it took Kody over 3 decades to come to this realization. Could things have been different if Kody had made his feelings clear sooner? Meri's response to Kody's admission is both heartbreaking and empowering. She reveals that Kody could have ended things years ago if he had truly felt this way.
So, why didn't he?
The moment of truth. Meri Brown's final breakaway. In an episode that aired on October 13th, titled The Year of Release, Meri made the difficult decision to travel to Utah and request a formal release from her and Kody's spiritual marriage. This pivotal moment marked the end of their relationship, as Meri declared that if Kody didn't want to be with her in this world, she certainly didn't want to be sealed to him for eternity. Meri's decision to seek a release from her spiritual marriage is not just a breakup, it's a declaration of independence. The pain of staying in a relationship where she wasn't truly wanted had become too much for her to bear. Meri finally took control of her own destiny, and it was clear to everyone watching that this was not just about the end of a marriage, it was about the end of years of emotional suffering. Meri's release, the official end of the marriage. After Meri's visit to the church elders, she was granted a release, which, in the context of their faith, is essentially the equivalent of a divorce. Kody, however, seemed less than sympathetic to Meri's decision. He admitted that he was absolutely relieved by the release, but his emotions were far from genuine. The tension between Kody and Meri had been palpable for years, and this release was merely the official recognition of what had already been happening behind the scenes. While Kody may have felt relief, Meri was finally free to move on with her life. But the road to this release was not an easy one. Meri had been living in a marriage that was more of a formality than a genuine relationship for years, and it was clear that the emotional toll had taken its toll on her. Kody's denial, abandonment versus reality. One of the most shocking moments of the Sister Wives saga came when Kody refused to acknowledge that he had abandoned Meri in any way. Kody claimed that he didn't love Meri when he married her, and he also admitted that he never truly loved Janelle or Christine either. This admission was devastating for fans who had hoped for a more genuine relationship between Kody and his wives. But the truth was undeniable. Kody's lack of emotional investment in his marriages was the catalyst for the breakdown of his relationships. Meri's abandonment claim was grounded in reality. Kody had emotionally checked out of their marriage years ago, and it wasn't until Meri took matters into her own hands that the official end came. The aftermath. Kody's bitter reaction to Meri's departure. Kody's reaction to Meri's decision to leave was far from gracious. In typical Kody fashion, he downplayed the significance of their spiritual marriage and seemed to view Meri's departure as a nuisance. In a chilling statement, Kody referred to Meri as an old shoe and made it clear that he was happy to see her go. This cold and callous response shocked viewers, who had hoped for some level of empathy from Kody. But the reality is that Kody had emotionally checked out of his relationship with Meri long before she made the decision to leave. His treatment of her was harsh and dismissive, and fans couldn't help but feel for Meri as she finally broke free from a marriage that had been broken for years. The role of Robyn Brown, how she played a part in Meri's extended suffering. Fans of Sister Wives know that Robyn Brown has always been a controversial figure in the family dynamic. While Robyn and Kody have had a strong bond, it's clear that Robyn played a role in Meri's prolonged suffering. Meri herself admitted that Robyn was one of the few people who knew that Kody was done with her. Yet, Meri hung around, perhaps hoping for a change that never came. Robyn's influence on Kody cannot be ignored. As the newest and youngest wife, Robyn seemed to have a special place in Kody's heart. And as Kody's relationship with Meri continued to deteriorate, Robyn's presence only added to the tension. Fans speculated that Robyn's role in the family dynamic contributed to Mary's decision to stay in a marriage that was no longer fulfilling. Kody's other marriages. The breakdown of his relationships with Christine and Janelle. Mary's decision to leave was not the first time Kody's marriages had fallen apart. Christine Brown's departure was equally devastating for Kody, and fans watched as Christine decided to leave Kody and take their daughter, Truly, with her. Kody's relationship with Janelle also faced major challenges, and their emotional distance led to an explosive argument in which Janelle told Kody to take his stuff and leave. Kody's inability to maintain healthy relationships with his wives was becoming more evident with each passing season. His lack of emotional availability, his favoritism toward Robyn, and his overall disregard for his other wives led to the eventual breakdown of his polygamous family. The final chapter. Mary Brown's brave decision to move on. Mary's decision to walk away from Kody was a long time coming. She had endured years of emotional neglect and heartache, and the moment she was granted her release was a powerful symbol of her reclaiming her own life. Mary's journey is far from over, and fans are eager to see what the future holds for her as she moves on from the shadow of her failed marriage. For Kody, the aftermath of his fractured relationships will be difficult to ignore. As he watches his family crumble around him, he'll have to come to terms with the reality that his actions and his inability to love and nurture his marriages led to the end of his polygamous family as he once knew it. Conclusion. The shocking end of Kody and Mary Brown's marriage. What's next? The end of Kody and Mary's marriage marks the end of an era for Sister Wives fans. After 32 years of emotional turmoil, Kody's regretful admission that he married the wrong person has left fans reeling. But what comes next for Mary? Will she find happiness after years of emotional neglect? And what will Kody do as he faces the consequences of his broken relationships? As the Sister Wives saga continues, fans will be on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this complicated and tumultuous family story. Stay tuned as Mary and Kody's journey reaches its heartbreaking and shocking conclusion. Kody Brown's shocking fallout with his kids. Is he really to blame for the heartbreaking daddy issues revealed by Janelle and Christine? In a stunning new interview, Janelle Brown has opened up about the painful truth behind Kody Brown's fractured relationships with his children. From the growing rift between Kody and his daughter Savannah to the devastating consequences of his behavior toward his older kids, Sister Wives fans are finally getting a closer look at the emotional fallout of Kody's choices. But the biggest bombshell? Janelle reveals that Kody's strained relationship with his kids is not just a passing phase. It's something that's tearing their family apart in ways no one ever expected. Sister Wives spoilers. Janelle Brown and Christine Brown open up about Kody's relationship with his kids. In a raw and emotional interview with E! News, Janelle and Christine Brown shed light on Kody Brown's deteriorating relationship with their children. The truth is heartbreaking, as both wives admit that the issues between Kody and his kids go far deeper than fans might have imagined. While Christine's relationship with her father has always been close, she finds it incredibly difficult to watch her own children struggle with their father's neglect. Christine openly admits that it saddens her to see how the relationships with her kids and Kody have soured over time. As a mother who values her family's unity, watching her children face daddy issues is not just painful, it's devastating. But it's not just Christine who's feeling the pain. Janelle's children are also caught in the crossfire of Kody's absence, with one of the most heartbreaking revelations being the strained bond between Kody and their daughter, Savannah Brown. Sister Wives spoilers. The heartbreaking rift between Kody and Savannah Brown. Janelle revealed that there is a clear rift between Kody and Savannah, and it's been growing for years. Kody's lack of interest in spending time with his daughter before the pandemic hit was already a troubling sign. However, what truly devastated Savannah was the fact that her father didn't even bother to see her during Christmas the year her parents split up. For Savannah, this wasn't just another missed holiday. It was the final straw in a relationship that had been falling apart for a long time. In the wake of Kody's abandonment, Savannah has found solace in her brothers, who have stepped up as influential male figures in her life. It's a sad reality for Savannah, who had once hoped for a closer relationship with her father. Instead, she has turned to her brothers for support, and in a symbolic act of defiance, Savannah has announced that she plans to have her brothers walk her down the aisle when she gets married. This is a powerful statement about the role Kody has failed to play in her life. Sister Wives spoilers. Janelle and Christine reflect on the worst part of their divorces. Janelle and Christine both agree that the most devastating part of their divorces from Kody is not the end of their romantic relationships with him. It's the destruction of the father-child bonds that have been irreparably damaged. For Janelle, watching Kody's relationship with her children deteriorate has been an agonizing experience. Her sons, who once had a close relationship with their father, now feel abandoned and betrayed by Kody. And as for Savannah, her pain is even more pronounced, as she has struggled with the emotional scars of being ignored by her father. Christine echoes Janelle's sentiments, expressing her deep sadness that Kody has chosen to distance himself from his children. She believes that her kids are some of the best people she has ever met, and it's heartbreaking for her to see how Kody has missed out on being a part of their lives. But perhaps the most telling part of their conversation is how both women express their disbelief that Kody has allowed his family to fall apart so completely. Sister Wives spoilers. Maddie Brush cuts Kody out of her kids' lives. One of the most shocking revelations to come out of Janelle's interview is the fact that her daughter Maddie Brush has completely cut Kody off from her children. Maddie, who has been protective of her kids from the very beginning, has made it clear that she doesn't want Kody in and out of her children's lives. This decision was solidified after Kody's prolonged absence from Maddie's family, including the birth of her daughter, EVK, over 3.5 years ago. Maddie's decision to protect her children from Kody's neglect has caused a major rift between them, and it's unlikely that Kody will ever regain access to his grandchildren.